to try and embarrass the groom in front of his nearest and dearest. Seeing as Rob can't really hand any rings over at the ceremony. For anyone who went to his wedding, he's opted out of any speeches, and you'll understand why. For those of you who didn't go, turn away. For those of you who didn't go to his wedding, I think the phrase is crash and burn. So, I've never done a speech like this before, so I was trying to think of sort of how to make it as good as possible, and I suppose you just don't want to die on your ass, really. So, and I thought the best way is getting quality like ammunition to gun the groom with, which presented itself a bit of a problem for me because like I've known Gaz for years, but we've only been like sort of best mates for the last sort of seven or 8 years or so, which meant there was like a lot of years, childhood years, teen years of golden ammunition that I didn't know about, but fortunately he's got an enthusiastic mum and dad who were always to help me along the way. And then my next problem was how to sort of get the best idea of the man that Zi6 has just committed the rest of his life to. How to go about everyone getting the right feeling about him, because we've all got our own ideas about him, but are they really true? So if you'd like, all like to open your envelopes on your tables.
On your table. You haven't. Oh man.
That's it, is that?
I don't even know it's
So here we have our groom sat on his potty. So cute and adorable. Clearly very happy with himself. Just spend that much time these days. Oh my God! Tony! Put him back down, man. Put numbers on for a reason, dickhead. Hello, trying to do a speech here. Right, if you don't put the photos down. Right, here we have Gaz on his potty. Having a nice little baby poo, looking very proud of himself. Which is, you know, these days, you know, he does spend that much time on the toilet, he's pretty unreal. Many these days, the crap comes out the other end, especially when he's talking about football. Now we all know Gaz likes his fashion. He's worn many a questionable outfit over the years. Even at this young age, he wasn't afraid to push the boundaries. And, judging by that vacant look on his face there, still there, as to now, he clearly doesn't have a clue what a douchebag he looks like. Like he does in his present get-up. And here we are, the full tracksuit look. One to a T. The left thumb in the mouth, and it's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, kids suck their thumbs all the time. What's that in his right hand though? You're asking. Now to me and you, that's just a blanket. But to Gaz, it was so much more than a blanket. So much more, in fact, it actually had its own name.
Don't, mate.
Share with everyone what the name of your blanket was called.
It's called my Diddy.
Gaz and his Diddy. And his
That's where
Diddy.
Diddy got his name from.
Gaz and his Diddy that went everywhere with him till he was 10 years old. Unfortunately, he's grown out of Apparently that's been found in the bridal suite.
Can't believe that. Just fold it, stroke the top.
Even give us the demonstration, that's not even last week. Brilliant. Is that how the vows were at least? Death do his part. Sickness in health, did he or no did he? Bath time. Now, what's obvious here, apart from the fact that Gaz is in the bath naked, which is quite funny itself, but he seems to have some sort of allergic reaction to the water that's made his head double in size. This will back me up here. How long has he taken the shower? A long time. Now we know why, because he's trying to get his XXXL shower cap. And he's even got Postman Pat in his hand there, having a quick look at the good stuff. Hello, Officer Metcalf. Even at his young age, yeah, he's always still playing with his truncheon and his big blue helmet. In fact, that's the first time I've seen Gaz dressed as something other than a woman. And I'm guessing later on those handcuffs will probably be in the bridal suite later on, Lisa. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Not far from the Diddy. I'm going to tell you a little story now. Going back 3 or 4 years, Gaz confided in me with a little sort of bedroom problem that he had. He made me promise not to tell anyone, but we'll just keep it between us. The problem was this. Well, basically, he was getting to the moment of excitement a little too quickly. The point of no return was coming like that, basically. He came to me and said, like, what do I do? I said, well, you know, you mate. He said, it's all right, mate. It happens to everyone. Well, not me, honestly. Yeah, whatever. But, you know, don't worry about it. And, but it brings me to this picture. Because whatever he's using for a nose there, Lise, I would set that on honeymoon. Just in case he gets another bout of stage fright. This photo doesn't need any explanation. It's Gaz in blue silky shorts pulled up to his armpits and a yellow silky cap. Although I do wonder how long he was stood there before some bullies came along and pushed him in the water. Probably not very long, I'm guessing. First day at school. Complete with Deirdre Barlow hairdo. These photos from this sort of time in Gaz's life, he would never smile or show his teeth when he smiled. And this is why. What's that gap all about? At least Paul had somewhere to park his bike. And speak of the devil.
Washing him down, mate. Washing him down.
A bit of brotherly love going on there, as well as some sparkling swimming trunks.
Punchy smugglers.
I think it was like a Metcalf thing when they go on holiday. Whoever looks worst in the swimming trunks has to put oil on the other one's back. Who would look worse now in trunks?
Right.
Mine when he's on Paul. Now we know Gaz takes good pride in his hair. So here he is looking like a playboy. Now, if there's a great